Miss Cilla Black.
Of surprises, and let's find out who my first surprise is for. Oh yes, oh I love this part. I really do. This is where everybody hides from me. They're all looking the opposite way. Oh, and hello.
Hi, Sarah.
Hello, what's your name?
John O'Brien.
John O'Brien. Are you musical, sweetheart?
A little bit.
A little bit? Oh, to be sure, to be sure, to be sure. Yes, John O'Brien. I mean, do you sing? Do you play an instrument?
I played bass in a band.
You played bass?
I played lead in another band.
And you played lead guitar in another band? Yeah. Have you brought your guitar with you?
No.
Oh, what a shame, John O'Brien, to be sure, to be sure, to be sure. Because you could have given us a quick burst. Never mind, John. Enjoy the rest of the show. Enjoy it.
Thank you.
Moving on over here. Hello, hello, hello. I sounded like a policeman there, didn't I? What's your name?
Peter.
Hello, Peter. Is this your good lady wife here?
It is, yeah. Joan.
Hello, Joan. Now, are you musical, Joan?
Just a little.
Just a little?
Yes.
Now, what's your instrument, if you pardon the expression?
A piano.
Oh, a piano. Oh, I love a good tune on the old Joanna. Oh, I really do. Have we got a piano here?
No.
Are you going to try and get one?
Yes.
Oh, wonderful. They're going to try and get a piano for you, Joan. Yes, Joan, on the Joanna. Wonderful. Well, while they're trying to find a piano, you come and join me on the Cilla sofa. Come on, Joan. Come on, you come down with me. There you go, Joan, you sit there. Well, Joan, I want to know a little bit more about your piano playing. Now, how old were you when you started to play the piano?
7.
You were 7. And I believe you had to make a very big decision. Because your mother at a certain age said to you, when you got started to be interested in boys, yes, she gave you the big ultimatum, didn't she? What did she say?
She said that it's I either have boyfriend or piano.
Oh, you had to choose between a boyfriend or the piano. She was going to buy you that piano, but you couldn't have a piano and a boyfriend as well.
That's right.
Well, we're all dying to know. Who and what did you choose?
My boyfriend, my husband.
Oh, you did? So what did your mother do? Did she sell the piano?
Yes.
She sold the piano? What a shame. What a shame. But you've been happily married to that boyfriend in the first place.
Yes.
You're Peter over there. And Peter tells me, tell me all about you. He tells me that you've got 4 ambitions in life.
Oh, dear.
Yes, he tells me that your first ambition is to write a book.
Oh, yes.
Have you written a book?
No, not yet.
Not as yet, but there's still time. And he also tells me that you would love to paint an oil painting. Now, have you done an oil painting?
Yes, but very ordinary.
Well, that's all right. That's a start. He also tells me that you would dearly love to play at the Royal Albert Hall right here in London. Is that right?
Oh, yes, but...
Have you done that?
No.
Oh, yeah. What about... He also tells me that you would love to compose a piece of music. Have you done that?
Yes, I do. Well, I can't write it. I just play what I feel.
Well, surprise, surprise, Joan, you're going to fulfil a major ambition tonight. You wanted to play at the Royal Albert Hall right here in London on your piano, and that's exactly what you're going to do. Because we have phoned the organisers and they're opening the Royal Albert Hall just for you.
I'm
well,
not
it's
good
true.
enough.
You are good enough. You're good. Anything's good enough for here on Surprise, Surprise, and I know you're good enough. Don't you think so, ladies and gentlemen? And you owe it all to your husband, Peter, over there. Now, I know you said you're a little bit nervous, so we've got a very special lady to escort you to the Royal Albert Hall. And she makes everybody dead happy every morning on GMTV. And she makes everybody ever so sad on a Saturday night when she gives out those lottery numbers. Yes, and you know I'm talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, the lovely Anthea Turner. Come in, Anthea. See, she's got this burning ambition to play at the Royal Albert Hall.
I'd be quaking if I was you.
Definitely not. Because you're going to take care of her, aren't you, Anthea?
I am, and I'm going to look after you. We've got a car waiting.
Oh, yes. She keeps looking over at her dear husband, Peter. You're going as well, Peter. You are. Bring the handbag. It's got the readies in, all right?
All right.
Well, Anthea, what are you waiting for? We shall
Nothing.
see you later.
All right, then.
Good luck,
Come
Joe.
with
See you at the
me.
Royal Albert Hall. Anthea and Joe. Have you gone? Good, good. Well, what Joan doesn't know is that when she gets to the Albert Hall, all her family and loads of her friends are going to be there in the audience. Yes, isn't that nice? But more of that later. Well, now, most of us love animals, don't we? Yes. Of course we do. And there's a certain Colette Joycey who loves dogs, and one dog in particular called Spit. She's also mad about tanks and wants to drive one. Mind you, with Spit about, inside a tank is the best place to be. Anyway, I sent the lovely Bob Carrolltys to give Colette the surprise of her life.
Yes, sir, I'm here, in position. I've banged my head 6 times in this hotel. Colette's due any second. In fact, perfect timing. Here she is. Colette! Hello, Colette Joycey, isn't it? Surprise, surprise, Colette. You've got your Tim to blame for this, your Tim over there, because he sent Cilla a lovely letter all about you, saying that you adore military tanks, is that right? You love them, don't you? Mm-hmm. And you, every weekend you're so envious of him when he goes off on his TA training, because he goes playing with his tanks, doesn't he?
Yeah.
But Colette, listen, is it right that you buy models of tanks and get Tim to make them up so you can have a play with them?
Yeah.
And you once got him to drive you down to Bovington Tank Museum, just so you could have a feel of a tank.
Yes, I did.
But you've never sat in a tank, have you, Colette?
No.
Well, surprise, surprise, Colette. Today, you're not only going to sit in a tank, you're going to drive one. Is that all right? So, Tim, you and the kids, come with me, because we have a squadron, a tank squadron, waiting for inspection from you. All right, Colette?
Squad! Squad! Turn up!
Thank you, Drill Sergeant. I'll take over. Colette! Everything wanted to see was Spit, wasn't it?
Yes,
Thank you. Let's do our inspection now, Colette. We need to come to the other side of me if you would, and we'll go down the line. I want you to inspect these troops, make sure they're all present and correct. Is he breathing? That's a nice young lady. What do you think of this one? Very smart. And now...
Down, Salt Swiftman!
We promised you a tank, didn't we?
you did.
Let's go and find a tank. Come with me. One tank coming up. What's the that Spit? Well, Colette, tell you what, it's up to you now. Let's get aboard. Spit in. Where's that dog? Come on, Colette. Miss Tank Person. The day's over now. Have you enjoyed it?
Yes, I have.
You like your tank?
Yes.
Do you still love them?
Yes, I do.
Well, tell everyone what you've been saying to me all day about this tank.
I'd like to take it home.
You'd like to take it home. You still love tanks after today.
Yeah.
We've put you through all that water, haven't we? Well, I've had a word with the regiment. And about this tank, they're not going to let you take it, Cilla. I'm sorry about that. But
Never mind.
what we have is a very special surprise tank for you, with your name on and everything, from Surprise, to remind you of your day.
Thank you very much.
Have you enjoyed yourself?
Yes.
And now I've got a few photographs I'd like to show you. And I'm sure you'll all recognise Clark Gable. Yes. And King George VI. And also James Stewart. Oh, yes. And this is the clock at Waterloo Station, a famous meeting place. Now, all those photographs have something in common, or rather somebody. And surprise, surprise, it's you, Nellie Mitchell. Yes, Nellie! Come down here on the Cilla sofa. Come on, Nell, I want to have words with you. Oh, it's lovely to see you, Chuck. Have a sit down there, Chuck. Oh, I bet those photographs there brought back happy memories. Were you shocked when I picked on you?
Did. I was. When you said Clark Gable, I went all funny, but it was lovely.
Well, I must tell everybody, you used to work at Hobson's of Piccadilly.
I did.
A very posh shop.
Golden embroideress.
Oh, you were?
Oh, yes.
Now, you used to embroider... Tell everybody what you did. You used to embroider badges for caps, didn't you?
Yes, for caps and for mostly officers, because the poor old Tommy used to have the woolen ones, didn't he, you know, but...
I wasn't there at the time. I mean, you know... Oh, I feel a facelift coming on. I wasn't there during the war. I was a twinkle in my daddy's eye, I was.
I suppose she's told you when he came up to pick up his cap badge.
Who?
Clark Gable.
Well, yes, we're going to go on to that. But before that, you did embroider a uniform belt for King George, didn't you?
Well,
did you ever meet him?
No.
Oh, what a shame.
No.
But more importantly, though, to you, because you love Clark Gable, you did meet him, didn't you?
Yeah,
what happened then?
Well, he never really spoke to me. All he said was, hi.
But it was the way he said it, I guess.
I had a big picture of him on the wall near where I worked, you know, on the frame where I worked. And my manageress said, one of your fans over there. And he looked over and I shall never forget him. They said he had bad breath, but I didn't care.
Anyway, Clark Gable did. Oh, I won't tell his relatives about that. But James Stewart, now you didn't recognise James Stewart when he came in.
There must have been 40 to 50 ladies or girls in the room, and they came in and went in the little glass office where they used to keep an eye on us, you see.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until he spoke, and all their heads went round like that, you know.
But I'm more interested in this, you know, the clock at Waterloo Station, because apparently you used to meet a girlfriend a lot under this clock.
Joyce.
Joyce. Tell us about Joyce. Who's Joyce?
Well, I met Joyce when I went as an apprentice at work, and we were friends all the way through. Oh, in fact, when my mother and father left London, because he wasn't very well during the Blitz, you know, we used to sleep in the Anderson shelter with Joyce.
Oh, so you lived with Joyce?
Yeah.
And apparently you were really terrific friends because
was.
you shared your ration coupons?
Yeah, shared everything.
Right down to the fact that when you got married, Joyce was your chief bridesmaid.
Yes, she was.
And I think we've got a photograph of the both of you here. There's a photo of your wedding day. Isn't that lovely? That brings back happy memories.
I know where you got that from now.
You do? Well, I'm not telling
Yeah,
anyone.
it looks as if I've married my father-in-law there.
Well, it was a lovely, happy wedding day, and I know Joyce was your dear friend, but sadly, about 40 years ago, I mean, she dropped the bombshell on you. She said she was emigrating to New Zealand.
She did.
Now, have you kept in contact with Joyce?
I haven't heard from Joyce since... Oh, I think since my second child was born. That was in 54.
Because I do believe you did write to her.
I wrote to her and I wrote a letter to the address asking the people there if they knew where she went, but it came back, so... No.
Well, I've got a little surprise for
Don't
you.
tell me she's come from New Zealand.
That's exactly what I'm going to tell you. Surprise. You can give her your brand new address because she tried to write to you as well and she lost your address too. You haven't seen her for over 40 years. Here she is, your chief bridesmaid, come all the way from New Zealand. Come in, Joyce. Over there, there she is. Oh, there she is. There she is. It's well worth waiting for, isn't it?
Not much.
Oh. You've got over 40 years to catch up on, and while you're doing that, I think we better take a break. We'll be back with more surprises, so don't go away. See you in a couple of minutes. I'm so pleased. And hello to you.
Hello.
Hello, what's your name?
Tony Shingler.
Tony, who are you with tonight?
My wife, Lynn.
Oh, your wife, Lynn. Hello, Lynn.
Hello.
Now, you're a nurse, aren't you, Lynn?
Mm-hmm. That's right.
And where do you work?
Royal Shrewsbury Hospital.
The Royal Shrewsbury Hospital. Well, I happen to know an awful lot about you, Lynn. Because Tony here has told me all about you, Lynn. He has. No, don't kill him just yet, because he tells me one of your hobbies is collecting unusual records and tapes. Is that right?
Yeah, I suppose it is, yes.
Yes. You're looking for a certain record at the moment by Boy Meets Girl.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you know what that record's called?
Waiting for a star to fall.
Waiting for a Star to Fall. Well, we all know that one, don't we? Yes. You little liar. That is unusual, Boy Meets Girl.
It's just a one-off, I think.
Just a one-off. But you're a very unusual lady, Lynn. I want to take you back to 4 years ago, when you and your dear husband here were on holiday in the United States of America. You were on a touring trip there, and you made friends with a certain couple, an Australian couple. Can you remember the names? What were the names?
Peter and Loretta.
Peter and Loretta. Now, one night during that tour, you popped into a Memphis bar to have a drink, and something dreadful happened that night. What happened?
Well, after we left we'd had a meal, and we went out into the square in Beale Street, and Peter, we were just standing by, and Peter was dancing, and he just collapsed.
Well, Peter had a heart attack. And it was a good job that you were there that night, Lynn, because of your quick reaction, you gave him the kiss of life and instructed Tony here to massage his heart. And you did this for a full 12 minutes. You never gave up hope, and you did this till the paramedics arrived. And it was because of your quick reaction, you saved Peter's life. Well, we think that's a marvellous story, don't we, ladies and gentlemen? And Tony loves you and adores you, and he thinks, you know, you should be appreciated more. And we found that record. We've never heard of it. You can't find it. We found that record, and we thought you needed a very special person to present that record to you. And surprise, surprise, we pulled out all the stops. Here he is, the man whose life you saved 4 years ago. He's here with his dear wife, Loretta, all the way from Australia, to present you with that record. Come in, Peter and Loretta.
Don't do it tonight. How are you?
Isn't that lovely?
Totally not to do it tonight.
And there he is, looking as fit as a fiddle.
Yes, he is.
And it's all down to you, Lynn.
Thanks to Lynn, yes.
And you're probably wondering what those 2 seats are vacant for. Well, they're for your friends here. So if you'd like to shove up, you sit down there, sweetheart, and enjoy the rest of the show and get to know each other one more time. Thank you very much. Thank you. Well, now, while we're on the subject of nurses, there's a group of nurses here somewhere from Sandwell Hospital. Where are you, girls? Here. Oh, here. Oh, a little quiet here from there. Hello, what's your name?
I'm Paulette.
Hi, Paulette.
Hi, Cilla.
Now, you're in a group. How many of you are there?
6 of us.
Well, there's 6. Well, what I want to know is who's looking after the patients tonight at Sandwell?
Looking after themselves.
They're looking after themselves, and the night shift are looking after them. Yes,
The rest of the team.
Now, who do you recommend I take down the Cilla sofa? I mean, she looks like she's got a lovely smile. What's your name?
Heather.
Heather. Heather. Heather, come and join me on the Cilla sofa. I want to talk about you and Sandwell Hospital. Come down here. It's nice sitting here, Heather, isn't it?
It's cooler than it is up there.
Heather, I mean, we all think nurses are wonderful. And I know in particular that you and your staff at the hospital do a lot for your patients. I mean, is it true that you've actually organised to have curtains made for your ward?
We did, yeah.
Because you are in the urology ward.
We are, yes.
And we won't go into that, but
No.
if I want to spend a quick penny, you'll know what the problem is. And what else have you organised off your own bat, just to make the patients more cheerful and happy?
Well, I can't take the credit for this because the 2 ladies that take credit for this are Chris and Lil. They're sitting up there.
Well, I
we
know.
decorated the day room so it's like a home for
Yes.
the patients. They can sit up there and forget
Oh,
that
well, you're
we're
very
others.
modest. I know you've all chipped in, but you've done the curtains, you've made everything to make the patients happy. I mean, you've even raised funds for orthopaedic chairs. But you've neglected yourselves in all this, haven't you, girls? You really have. Because I know there's one big item that you desperately need at the nurses' station, which you haven't got. You can't use the patients because it's against regulations. But you'd love just once to have a cool drink. What do you need? Yes, you need a fridge.
We do.
Well, surprise, surprise, you are going to get that fridge because we all think you deserve it. And here to deliver that special fridge are 2 lovely people. The nation loves them. It's little and large, ladies and gentlemen. Here they are. You're very welcome.
A fridge too far.
Look at it.
Oh!
Look at that, eh? Look at that.
Ah.
What's that?
That is Betty's hot pot from the Rover's Return. Me and Deirdre.
Well, that's absolutely wonderful. The fridge is stocked with all the goodies there, and it was lovely what you whispered in my ear, that the champagne there, because she's only just got promoted yesterday. Well,
thank you ever so much.
Very welcome.
Thank you.
Give my love to all the patients in all the hospitals, especially on the urology ward, all right? Well, off you go. Ladies and gentlemen, it's our Heather and, of course, Little and Large. Wonderful. There you go, sweetheart. Well, I still feel in the mood to be soothed by a bit of music. So where's that young fella I talked to earlier? I'm talking about you, John O'Brien. Yes, I am Chucky Egg. It's you I'm talking about. Come and join me on the Cilla sofa, John. Come on, lad. Come on. Oh, I get a kiss this time. Have a sit down there, sweetheart. Well, John, you told me you played the bass and the guitar. And I happen to know you model yourself on a certain famous guitarist because everybody calls you a certain name back home where you come from. What do they call you?
Well, Hank at times.
They called you Hank.
Sometimes.
Yes, and of course that's after Hank Marvin, isn't it?
That's right, yeah.
Was it because of Hank that you started to play the guitar?
Well, they always dibbled about, like, going way back, you know, but I'd only call it dibbling now, like, you know, it was... But, yeah, he always inspired. I loved his playing, yeah.
Yes, he's got that special style, hasn't he, Hank?
Yeah.
Well, you know, I phoned Hank up in Australia because he lives there now. And I phoned him up and I told him about how much you admire him. And I actually got him to record a video message just for you. And if you look at that screen there, you'll see what he says, all right?
Hi, Cilla. Hi, John. I'm always pleased to hear from many of my fans. In fact, just last week I heard from the other one. But, John, seriously, I'm really flattered that you've modelled your style of playing on the way I play guitar. Thanks very much. And I'll be in the UK, in Britain, in November, December time, doing a 30-day tour. So why don't you come around backstage and say hello at one of the gigs? Be good to see you. Anyway, John, enjoy Surprise, Surprise. And Cilla, why don't you make use of John while he's there? Let's hear him play.
Oh, quite cool.
That'd be wonderful. Now, John, we've got a guitar. Don't worry, don't make excuses about not having a guitar because we've got one backstage for you. And we're going to give you a little time to get it in tune, all right? And we'll see you in a few minutes. You confident about that?
Little.
A little. Oh, well, we'll give you as much time as you like, all right?
Okay.
Wish him well, ladies and gentlemen. John O'Brien. All right, look. Off you go then. See you later. Well, most of us like fish and chips, and I love them. I'd kill for a chip butty. And the other week, I went all the way to Stoke for some fish and chips and mushy peas. The only thing was, I couldn't find the chip shop. So I knocked on a door to ask where it was. Morning, Joe. Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, Cilla Black.
How are you, Joe?
Right, okay, thank you very much. Oh, dear. That's a shock.
No, I know it is a shock. It must be a shock, Joe, because you were expecting someone from Avon, weren't you?
No, yes, I just had a phone call about it. Yes.
Well, they've sent me instead. Yeah. But all your friends at Avon, because you've worked there for almost 25 years now.
Yes, that's right, yes.
Well, they thought that you deserved a surprise bouquet of the day.
Oh, dear.
And I've got it right here for you. Look at this. Oh, what do you think of this, Joe?
Oh, beautiful. So good. You see. Oh, surprise, surprise.
Now, Joan, how long have you lived on the street here?
Oh, 50 years nearly.
Really?
Yeah.
So you know everybody and everybody's business.
They're all coming and going, yes.
They
Yes,
do?
yes.
Well, you could help me actually with a few directions. I'm looking for a certain chip shop on May Street.
Oh,
now.
there, just at that corner there.
Where's
there,
the...
just that corner there, by the school.
Over there?
Yes, yes, on the right-hand side, yes.
Have a great day.
Yes,
and I
thank
hope
you
you
very
enjoy
yes,
your
I
little
do.
surprise.
Yes, thank you ever so much. Thank you, everybody. Yes,
See you on the telly.
Oh, well,
Trot shop.
oh, dear.
And then it was on to the chippy. Surprise, surprise, Tom.
Seeing things.
You're not seeing things. Come round here. Oh, wait, come round. I want to have words with you, Tom. Get through that door.
What on earth is this?
Well, I'll tell you when you come around. Hello, Tom. Surprise, surprise. Well, I'll tell you why,
I'm still dreaming.
No, you're not. We're all here. We're all here. And I shall tell you why. Because it's your Rita, your sister-in-law's fault.
Rita.
She says you're a big fan of a certain Hollywood lady. Who would that be?
Doris Day.
You like Doris Day? You love Doris
Yeah,
Day?
I like Doris Day, yeah.
And you like singing all her songs as well?
Who said it?
Rita told me all about it. Rita. She told me all about how you sing the Deadwood stage while you're doing you're battering the fish.
I've heard that for years.
Well, I had a word with Doris, you know. I've been on to Hollywood.
Have you?
I had a word with Doris, and she was thrilled. Well, she thought she'd send you a lovely signed photograph. And there it is, look at that.
Oh, that's super, that.
Are you going to hang it up in your shop?
I am, yeah. I'll give that pride of place.
Pride of place.
There's no pun intended there. It just came out. Yeah.
And I've got another little surprise for you. Walk this way. Well, you know, Tom, Doris sent you that lovely signed photograph of herself. But she also... You're thrilled about it? Yeah. She also sent something else as well. If you look yonder up there, you'll just about see it. It is the Deadwood stage. How does it go again? All the Deadwood stages are coming on over the hill.
Where the Indian arrows are thicker than porcupine quills. Something like that. Whip crack away.
Oh, whip crack away. Whip crack away, whip crack away, whip crack away.
Something like that. Yeah, I forget the word.
Well, Tom, this is it, the Deadwood stage. What do you think of it?
Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Well, Tom, let me cast your mind back, because Rita told me all about this. Let me cast your mind back, to in the late 60s. Now, I believe you were in the Merchant Navy, weren't you, lad?
Just for a short spell, yeah.
You enjoyed yourself there?
Yes, yeah.
Well, let me show you a certain photograph, see if you recognise this person on there. That, of course, is you. Who's that person next door?
Terry Yellow.
Terry Yellow. How did you come to meet him? He was the second
We met in a
chef.
tanker. He was the second cook, yeah.
How long is it, would you say, since you've seen our Terry?
God.
Late 60s? Gotta
Yeah,
be almost...
66-ish, there, I think.
Over 26 years?
Yeah.
Ooh. Well, surprise, surprise. Guess who was that other fella that was driving this Deadwood stage?
Terry Yellow.
It's Terry Yellow. Come on down, Terry. Say hello to your neighbour. We haven't seen you.
Still looks the same.
Don't forget your hat, Terry. There you go.
Hello, Terry. Hello, Terry.
Well, I hear that John is ready to strum that guitar, and here he is to play Hank Marvin's The Rise and Fall of Flingle Bunt. Ladies and gentlemen, John O'Brien.
Oh, God.
The great Hank Marvin, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Hank. He is totally gobsmacked, Hank, he really is. What do you think, anyway? Because it is a bit daunting getting up there.
Oh, I'd hate to do that, you know, really.
Is this a nice surprise for you? Well, now you're going to learn. A dream come true. Well, now you're going to learn from the master, because I do believe you're going to play something for us, aren't you?
Yes, I'd love to do that, Cilla.
Oh, what are you going to play?
Well, it's one of my favourites. It's a tune written by Jerry Lorden, Wonderful Land.
Wonderful Land, isn't that brilliant?
One of your favourites?
John, I'd love to let you rabbit on there, but you come and sit down on the sofa and we'll listen to the great Hank Marvin, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, my family.
A very big thank you, because I know you've come all the way over from Australia just to surprise our John O'Brien.
It was a great treat to see John get up and play.
Well, he really is a big fan. He can't get over it. And it's all thanks to you, ladies and gentlemen, the great Hank Marvin. Thank you, Hank. We're going to take another break right now, but we will be back to see and hear Joan at the Royal Albert Hall. So see you in a couple of minutes. See you then. welcome back. It's all happening over at the Royal Albert Hall. Joan's family and friends have taken their seats, and Anthea Turner is waiting to introduce Joan. Are you there, Anthea?
Oh, yes, I am, Cilla.
Now, does Joan know what we've got ready for her?
She doesn't really know anything. All she thinks she's doing is coming out to meet me, a piano, and a few technicians.
Oh, really?
Actually, I've got to be a bit quiet because she's waiting in the wings. I've never seen anybody shake so much.
Oh, well, it'll be a surprise for her, won't it?
I think it's going to be. I'll give her the big build-up.
Oh, please do. Start right away.
Ladies and gentlemen, on Surprise, Surprise tonight, Joan Horslin makes her debut at the Royal Albert Hall. Please put your hands together. There's a few faces that you recognise here.
It's me.
And look, we've even got your grandchildren as well. Tim and Jane.
Oh, Jeannie.
Come on, look, you can talk to them a little bit later.
Oh, my.
Now, look, stand on this stage. Just look out there. You've always wanted this.
Oh, yes.
Isn't that a fabulous view?
Beautiful.
Right, look at this piano here.
Look at this.
Grand piano. Have you ever played a grand piano before?
I've just been able to play them in shops or something
It's
like
Austrian.
that.
The best. Sit down.
Beautiful.
But you don't want to be fazed by it. Just think of it as a lot of black and white keys, and it's all about getting them in the right order.
Fine.
You're all right, aren't you?
Yes.
It's a lovely atmosphere here, isn't
Lovely.
it? And everybody at home knows that you're just a little bit nervous.
Yes, of
So we all
course.
understand. Now, what are you going to play for us?
I'm just going to play my contemporary concerto there.
Right. It's all yours.
That was brilliant. How do you feel about that?
Oh, absolutely thrilled. I can't believe it. I'm so excited. Thank you so much, Cilla.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Oh, I love you and I love that.
And we all love you, but there is one very special person who's not there with you tonight, is there?
That's right.
Who's that?
Tina, my daughter.
Now, I hear Tina's not been too well lately.
Yes.
Well, surprise, surprise, Joan. I have seen your Tina, and she's fine.
Oh.
And in fact, you can see her too, because she's been watching you and hearing you from the wings. And here she is. Surprise, surprise. We've flown her all the way from Guyana just to be with you. Oh. There she is. Come in, Tina. Oh. And thanks ever so much, Anthea, for all your help.
Thank you. No, it's been fantastic.
And you know what everybody says to you every Saturday? Make sure you pick our numbers, all right?
I'll see what I can do.
Ladies and gentlemen, Joan Horslin, Tina, and the lovely Anthea Turner.
Thank you.
Good night. God bless. bit of soothing with all that lovely music, and now I feel like a bit of mothering. Who'd like to mother me? I heard that. Who said smother? I heard that. That's not nice. Well, you look like the mothering type, sweetheart. What's your name?
Dot.
Hello, Dot.
Hello, fella.
Is this your lovely husband here?
George.
It's George? Yes. Oh, well, you look like a nice family person, and I want to have a chat to you both on the sofa, all right? Come and join me on the Cilla sofa. Dot and George. Come on, George. Come on, Dot. Let's make it comfortable for you, Dot. Yeah, you sit there. And George, you sit there. Well, this is nice being on the Cilla sofa, isn't it?
Yes.
Now, I had a lovely letter telling me all about you from your brother, Ron.
Oh.
Yes, you've got a lovely family.
Yes,
How many brothers and sisters have you? You come from a big family, don't you?
I had 6 sisters and 2 brothers.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Well, that's a big family. And then when you met our George and you got married, you had a big family yourself, didn't you?
Yes.
How many children did you have?
6 daughters and 3 sons.
My goodness me, you see big families. It runs in big families, doesn't it?
Yes.
And you've been very happy all these years.
Yes.
And your Ron is ever so proud of you because he says that you're a loving, caring, sharing mother and you deserve something special. And he said, could we arrange for a family reunion?
Oh.
Well, Dot, we've done our best. We really have done our best because, you know, we know that you've got a lot of grandchildren as well.
Yes, 28.
28 grandchildren, ladies and gentlemen. And dare I ask, how many great-grandchildren?
4.
Just 4 great-grandchildren. Well, the night is yet young, you realise. Well, you've got a lovely brother in your Ron.
Yes, I have. It's always been like a dad to us.
Ah,
It's been absolutely fantastic.
Well, we've done exactly what he's asked to do. Yes. And here they are, most of your family. Welcome them all in now. Come in, gang. Say hello to your mum and dad and your granddad and your grandmum. There they are. And there's more. They're all coming from there. Look at this. And they keep coming. Look at that. Is that nice?
Oh, that's marvellous. That's absolutely fantastic.
And you've got...
Hello, my darling.
And you've got your brother Ron to thank for all this. But I can see you all looking round there, and I know there's one particular child, your child, missing from this. Your Margaret. Where's Margaret then?
In New Zealand.
How long has Margaret been in New Zealand?
25 years.
25 years, so she's missed all this?
Yes.
Yes. Well, she's not going to miss it now because we've flown her over from New Zealand just to be with you. You haven't seen her for 25 years, George and Dot. Here she is. Come in, Margaret. There she is. Oh, there's Dad.
Have you seen them all?
Oh. And there's more. There is more. You have got 3 grandchildren you've never, ever met, and that's Margaret's children. They're here too. We've flown them over as well. Come in, the kids. Glenn, Kerry and Hamish. Come in, kids.
Holding hands, we live in memory as we smile through the years, the tears, the fears disappear. Life is full of surprises. It's surprising
Well, once again, it's time to say goodbye. I'd like to thank everybody who's taken part in tonight's show, especially Anthea Turner, Bob Cowgies, Chris Goffey, Little and Large, and Hank Marvin. We'll be back with lots more surprises next week, so until then, ta-ra for now.